One thing the world has to realize is that we really, and no one in particular, has a lot of leverage on Iran. Russia doesn't, China doesn't. They both don't really want to stop Iran from doing anything. The U.S. can't really do anything. There's no influence there. There's no leverage because, well, basically all communication was cut off years ago. Since all communication was cut off, you have no way of saying, all right, Iran, stop doing this. Because they can say no, and you can't do anything about it. Aside from saying, we might invade, which you can't do because your army is broken. So basically, we have to realize that at this point, there's nothing Iran wants that will stop them from enriching uranium. I think the best idea that we can come up with, or the best chance we have of preventing Iran from building a nuclear weapon or coming to any type of nuclear capability, is allowing them to do it. We allow them to do it, and we say you have every right to build nuclear power plants for civilian power use. That's fine. If Iran were to make, and there is evidence that Iran has made nuclear weapons of any sort, they will be cut off from the international community and all economic ties will be severed instantly. The UN will vote, make it a general, or I guess you'd have to. The UN has to have some say, and the UN is useless. But if you took it to the UN Security Council and said, we will allow them to enrich uranium, but if they were to make nuclear weapons, then every economic and civilian, every economic and political tie to Iran will be cut off. Iran is smart. They're crazy, but they're smart. They know what they're doing, and if you say you will not be able to sell your oil anymore, or you will not be able to speak to people in other countries, the people of Iran will rise up. Most people do not like the Ayatollah. Most people do not like the Ahmadinejad. They don't like the power that they have. But right now, the police are in control. So, if you cut them off entirely from the world community and say only if they make nuclear weapons, perhaps they will think twice about making anything close to a nuclear weapon. If they do, their oil is useless to them because they can't sell it. Their economy will go into depression. Yes, the rest of the world's oil markets will rise, and it'll suck, but people will get over it. A liter of oil, or a liter of gasoline in Kingston right now is $1.10. I really can't think of much else that you could get for less, a liter of something for less than a dollar. Can you get a liter of milk? No. Or a liter of Coke? Nope. $2.99. $4 for a liter of milk. You're not gonna get anything that cheap. Yes, it sucks, and yes, we have to put in a lot, and yes, we are dependent on oil. But if they say they have nuclear weapons, and we say, all right, then you're gone. You don't exist in our eyes. You are no longer a state, and you no longer have the rights of a state. You don't have economic ties to anyone. Maybe they'll think again before they decide. We set this out as a guarantee. You have the right to build in nuclear technology, but you dare step on the line of nuclear weapons. And if there is any evidence that you have procured nuclear weapons, then you will be cut off entirely. I think that's the best way and the only real way of stopping the nuclear issue in Iran.